And we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Well Done, coming at you live on this beautiful corona-free day. Today is Tuesday, September the 22nd at 4:51 in the afternoon. How are you doing? I almost said morning because usually before 5 a.m. I'm already rocking and rolling. Yeah, I start my morning early. So I just had to drop stuff off at the old Kohl's. You know how like with Prime shipping and everything, how you can go to like a Kohl's or a UPS and drop it off. I didn't have my face mask, so I did something where I went like this. You ever do this like temporary face mask thing where you take your shirt and you put it over your nose, like the top of your nose? I call that the who farted. It's true, because anytime someone ever lets one rip, first thing I do is the shirt over my nose, I say, who farted? You know? Sounds like it's stand-up material. It's not, just being me. Mentioning stand-up, got an announcement. I will be at the world-famous Addison Improv October the 4th at 7:30 in the afternoon at night. The more minutes I can get, the better, because I am ready to let loose and metaphorically set that stage on fire. Ready to do some new material. The only thing is, if I only have, I'm gonna need at least 8 minutes to finish this one bit, this story that I've been working on, and it's tight. There isn't any fat in it at all. Fat meaning like wasted movements, words, etc., whatever. It's tight. It's really, really tight. I've tried out like in like 1 minute, 2 minute segments, even the whole segment at a lot of different places to where I know everything is perfect. But if I'm given less time than that, I just got to say what I do, what I call my intro set, which is basically a way for the crowd to get to know me for a later appearance. So when they come out and see me next time, they'll know who I am. Well, 5 minutes and 30 seconds, I know exactly down to a T. 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and that's at the very most, with like really hard, long laughs, which is what you want, right? I can do my 5 minute. It's supposed to be 5 minutes, but usually runs at about 5:30 with like long laugh breaks and whatnot. And a laugh break, breaking stuff down, is basically the amount of seconds that like a laugh is being carried in an audience, you know? So anyway, but I haven't been told how many minutes I'll get. I would love to say some of my new stuff, love to, but if I only have 5.5, I'm going to spend those 5.5 minutes like it was the most important 5.5 minutes I've ever had. It always is. It comes down to like respecting your audience and stuff like that. I'm not trying to waste people with like a minute worth of talking and nothing funny in between. You gotta be upbeat. What else? What was I gonna say? On a personal note, not too personal, but personal enough. I recently switched my internet. Why should you care? I'll tell you why. Recently switched my internet from a company called Earthlink, which is apparently a subcontractor to the bigger company called AT&T. I changed them like 2 weeks ago, okay? And they're telling me, AT&T is telling me this crap now, that basically, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't speak like technical internet language really, but I'm gonna give it to you in basic terms. I feel like they're like a car show just got out. Look at this. Every single car, it just keeps going and going and going and going. Come on, I had a chance to go. This car wants to be cool. Wants to cut the car off in front. I'm trying to merge here, buddy. What's going on, huh? Look at this guy. He's a speeder. You see this white car coming by? Speeding. I apologize. All right, now I got a brake. Jeez, these freaking people. Getting a little heated. I just realized the heat was on. That might have been the reason why. Not trying to be corny, just being honest. It's 98 degrees in my car. Felt like I just got done doing a hot yoga session. It's just hot as shit. Anyway, internet. So I recently changed the internet provider because my internet went down. I'm trying to upload videos, do this, work on other stuff for this channel along with other things. And the internet went down. So I called up my internet provider and they said, oh, okay, well, it'll just be like 4 or 5 days until we can get a repair guy out there. And I said, you know what? I'm paying a month-to-month contract anyway. I've already paid the full. I've already had this company for like over a year or whatever, like barely. So at this point after that, I'm just doing like a month-to-month plan. Just pretty much just continuing service. It's not a new contract. That's all it is. So I said, you know what? It's all right. I'll just get a new internet provider. Cancel my service. He said, what? I said, yeah, give me like 24-hour notice. Just give me like an extra 1 day, but cancel it as of tomorrow. So I did that. Long story short, when I called up AT&T, they said that because, and I'm paraphrasing, right? They basically said that from when you switch from one internet provider to another, usually takes about like 2 weeks in between. It's different from cell phones. When it's a landline phone for your, when it's an internet connection for your home, they're telling me it's going to take 2 weeks. I haven't had internet in 16 days. And I was joking around with my wife the other day. I was like, listen, baby, if I got to talk with you every single night before I go to bed instead of watching live PD or Cops, I'll divorce you. I'm not happy about it, but I will. Our marriage isn't strong enough for that. You know better. That's a joke. Sounds fun to say. And it's only usually fun to say when you can say it and you know you don't mean it. But it does suck, I'm not being completely selfish. She agrees with me to the 110%. Not about not talking with me, but that's what couples do. You know what I mean? After about 8 o'clock at night, turn on the television, watch a good 1321, domestic call. I'm just making it up. I don't have a clue what a 1321 is. And if I got it right, that's pretty crazy. But that's besides the point. But yeah, we used to always watch Cops and Live PD until the show was called racist or some crap like that, and it got pulled from all the viewers, Now you got the NFL protesting. There's a black national anthem. The world is on fire. It's a crazy place. It's a crazy place. But yeah, we don't watch anything right now. Haven't for the last 2 weeks. So it's kind of stale all day, all night in the house together. Happy. Oh man, you know what? Not having the internet. If there is corona out there in the world, a pandemic, at least you have the internet. But with corona going on and everything is closed still and it's complicated and still weird for everybody and everyone's wearing face masks and shit, and you don't have the internet, you found a way to make things worse. So, it's not cool at all. By the way, mentioning that whole black national anthem, got to address it. So, this is coming from a guy that does not watch sports, okay? But I know enough to know that the way all the guys on the football team are paid is from it's from their teams, and their teams are paid through sponsorships and advertisements, and the big buck rolls around to the littler buck. Just notice that I'm a little off. It's a little better. Anyway, but it all starts with the big money, which comes from sponsorships. They don't make anywhere near as much money selling like a jersey or some crap like that, or hamburgers, or whatever, what they make in the stadium. That's great. They make a lot of money, but nowhere near compared to the big money they make in advertisements. So from what I've heard, there's something called the Black National Anthem. The half of like the guys on the team are standing, the other half are kneeling. Some of them are taking like a crouch position. They're not staying in the stadium for the national anthem. Some of them are coming out for the Black National Anthem. from what I hear, this is adding nothing but horrible confusion. And this is coming from a guy that doesn't watch sports at all. I watch UFC, mixed martial arts, kickboxing, boxing, contact sports. That's it. And I don't consider football, I know it's a contact sport, but it's like a contact team sport. So I guess I should be saying like individual combat sports. Oh no, there you go, combat sports, not contact. It is contact, but regardless, it's contact and combat, you know? But all the hits on football are really unrealistic because you have so much padding. And those guys ram into people in a way that they would not ever do without that kind of padding. I mean, they literally make their head into like a battering ram. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, again, this is coming from a guy that does not watch sports, and I do know that much, okay? So give me a break. Yeah, and you know what? I checked on, there was like an article the other day on the internet, which said that when all the football teams and all that shit are starting to do all this, hey, don't hate me, I'm just reporting information, all right, relax, are starting to do all this Black Lives Matter stuff and All Lives Matter or Blue Lives Matter and like whatever, okay, protesting on the field and, you know, getting political when they're just supposed to be throwing a damn football and stuff. Like, I get it, you know, I get it, you have a voice, okay, I understand that. But the thing is, without me telling you what to do, the fact of the matter is, according to the article, they're down like 33%. If you were in a boat, if you were in a sailboat out in the middle of the ocean, and a third of that boat was filled full of water, how much longer till you jump ship? Making my point now, boats shouldn't have water inside of them. So if a third of it is filled with the water that you're trying to keep out, that's where the term jump ship comes, because your boat is going down. Point is, I believe it will be very, 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 very soon when people, it's like all these football managers and teams, they always say the stupid phrase like, oh, be the right side of history, be the right side of history. Look, here's the thing. If you're a politician, if you're a professional athlete, there's a place to do that. People do not tune in for football to hear about your political views. They want you to shut the hell up and kick that ball and run down the field and do that other stuff. And again, this is coming from me, a guy that doesn't watch team sports, okay? And I know that much. Do you know the reason why? Because it's like for anything else. You go into a car dealership, you don't want to necessarily walk out with a bicycle, right? So, apparently ratings went plummeting down because now they aren't even making money in their, with people like attending. And it was like some crazy staggering number. And it's been going down steadily every single year. But now it's getting to the point to where I truly, truly believe that big management is going to be like, hey, listen, from now on, everybody stands for the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? It's a part of what we do. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for the viewers, okay? And you can protest. That's fine. Do it when you're not at work, okay? No other job or company would allow you to leave work, which is essentially what you're doing. You're just doing it at the workplace, or be protesting while you're at work. It doesn't make any sense. If you want to do it before, if you want to do it after, I mean, imagine if they were at practice, at football practice, and one of the guys wants to rally together and talk about the oppression of, I mean, you name it, the oppression of wealth, and the lack of high quality jobs. Okay, that has nothing to do with race. All right. But more than likely they might like, hey, listen, hey, catch the snap. All right, catch the snap, or if that's what they say, some crap like that. But yeah, they'd probably tell him like, hey, listen, dude, this is practice. Let's do this now. You can talk later. I don't really see what the problem would be. Because if you really, really follow that person, they have social media, they have everything else. But no, they want to make a statement, and I get that. The thing is, it's not about you when it comes to cashing your check. Without the people watching your football, okay, you might have that money in hand, but the rules might change too. And that's all I'm getting at. I truly, truly believe that it is going to get to a point very, very soon where upper management is going to start to say, hey, listen, you got to stand for the pledge. And you don't have to stand for the pledge, but if they make it a rule, okay, they can also just, void your contract or say, fine, you don't have to be on our team then. How about that? How's that sound? Woo! Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, if everyone else is getting paid, except for upper management, because they're not making their money back for all the $100 million contracts or whatever it is, tens of millions of dollars a contract that they're giving for all their all the guys on their team, then everybody gets paid except for them. It's not going to work. The second, and you know it as well as I do, it happened with LeBron. It already happened with LeBron. Everyone started talking about how in basketball they were allowed to have some stupid social justice message, okay? And that's fine. I guess it's not stupid or whatever. But yeah, everyone apparently, like, on the jerseys of basketball, I heard that they were allowed to have some sort of a social justice message. But then one of the guys apparently wanted to have something about like free Hong Kong because of all of it. And it got like international news. But the problem is that the NBA makes like a huge profit from China, because apparently in China they love basketball in America. Love it. So the second that they saw that was a conflict with their money, they were told they were not allowed to have that hashtag on their jersey in basketball. It's a prime example. You know who also got called out? LeBron. LeBron got called out, okay, because he was asked about that, and then it was like the very next day he changed his whole stance of opinion or something like that. Why? It's probably because somebody that makes a lot more money than he does said, hey, listen, dude, all right, don't be talking about this. They make a lot of money for us. What do they say? Don't bite the hand that feeds you? Some crap like that. Anyway. And this is me not caring. Imagine something I actually care about. Like this damn car that's not paying attention in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Yeah, this lovely Chevrolet, it's not paying attention. I wasn't gonna mess up the video. Honk the horn a few times, but I could, but I'm not going to. I could, but I won't. So anyway, just thought I'd give a quick shout out to all the people in the world. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day today, just like I am, with no internet. It's raining out, everywhere is closed, nothing to do. And I'm talking about team sports that I don't even watch. This has been really exciting, eventful, and maybe even insightful for all you listeners. Apparently I have listeners all over the world. Haven't met any of them. Not one. But they say to have a successful show, it takes like 5 years or something like that. Even on a like extremely well-known case of like a celebrity that already has hundreds of thousands of followers or whatever, fans, you name it. When I make it big, I'm nobody that likes my point of view or what I have to say or something like that. If you've been listening up to this long, none of them are going to be fans. They're going to be friends. And I know that sounds corny and dumb. Sounds dumb. Just sounds stupid. All right? But I do mean it. Because my point is that if you stick around long enough to listen to what I have to say, if it sounds like my viewpoint is something that you can share in, even if you disagree, okay, but you still want to listen to me, well, then we would probably be real friends in real life. More than likely. If you hate what I have to say, probably wouldn't ever actually share a meal together. But all those other world national known comedians like Joe Rogan and Bill Burr and Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, all these people, more than likely, if you like them, okay, and I don't mean like in a weird crush way, like a appearance, but if you agree with their viewpoint and like just the general thoughts about ideas and stuff like that and how they express themselves, more than likely, if that was someone in your inner circle, you would be friends with them. And that's what I'm essentially doing. I'm essentially just making friends that I haven't met. And one day someone will be like, man, listen, I've listened to you since whatever. I'm like, hey, that's cool, man. There was a certain point when Joe Rogan joked around, he was famous. He was the perfect level of fame because he's famous enough to be able to go to places and nobody still has a clue who he was. Like he could still go to Best Buy or this or that and nobody even cared. But now he is so internationally known, he literally had a point where he changed the polling during the Democratic primary for the president of the United States. He did, because he made a comment about Bernie, and then all of a sudden the polls in Bernie went up. When you got that kind of influence, that's pretty powerful. So yeah, and it's a blessing and it's a curse, because he used to be able to have his shows live, now he does them all recorded, and I get it. He doesn't want to maybe say something or have something said or something that he would like to have omitted. Plus, it makes, in my opinion, it makes people feel more comfortable that if they drop a name for something that happened that was supposed to be like more private and they realize after the fact that they said it, it's not out for the whole world to listen to, to get that information. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes you might unintentionally say something that you didn't mean to, not out of like anger, but just out of conversation. But you didn't check with that guy or gal or whatever the case circumstance might be, that you wanted their name on record with something that you were talking about. That's like, hey, I got a friend of mine that blah 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 blah, compared to, hey, I had this specific, and you say who, whatever it was, and then go on talking. Maybe that guy or gal wouldn't want to know, wouldn't want the world to know something you're about to share that was about them. Maybe not publicly, maybe not even privately. But anyway, that's the reason it's good to do recorded. So, I got one more stop to do. I'm at UPS, got one more return to do. And, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. And, feel free to message me on, Instagram, Facebook. I'm at Benja, just short for Benjamin, Benja, well done. WELLDONE, all together. That's also my, YouTube channel. And if you happen to have any friends that feel like that they should be roasted, I feel like that's my one of my specialties in life. I guess I'm blessed like that. So feel free to shoot me an email, or hit me up in any other way. Also, Twitter handle. It's the exact thing all together. So anyway, hope you liked the show. And I'm Benja Well Done. Check me out. Peace.